Okay, this new poll came out. It came out yesterday. And everybody, especially on the right, they're freaking out about this poll. They're making fun of Democrats for it. They're saying Democrats are a bunch of crazy people, which they are, but that's not the point of all this. And the poll essentially showed, well, not essentially, it showed that a lot of people, basically, I think it was 63% of Democrats said, oh, Barack Obama was a better president than President George Washington. I'm not making that up. That's in the poll. And ladies and gentlemen, here is what the truth is. Any entity, anybody, a human being, a corporation, a country, when they are under attack, you have one instinct that comes to your mind first and foremost every single time. You walk into the doctor's office today, and many of you have had this happen, sadly, and you find out you have cancer. What's your first instinct? First, number one, no, I don't. I want a second opinion. You see this happen with countries as they're being invaded throughout history. Well, that can't be right. Stalin was famous for this when the Germans finally invaded Russia. He thought his people were lying to him. Corporations will find this. What do you mean we're bankrupt? No, we're not. Go check again. Those numbers. Denial, ladies and gentlemen, denial. And why are we in denial? Why do people go to denial? Well, they go to denial because it's comforting. Because the last thing you want as a human being is change, let alone massive change. You certainly don't ever want to find out that the world you live in or the world you think you live in is much, 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 much different than reality. Sadly, the Republican Party, people on the right, conservatives, libertarians, whatever you want to call yourself, they suffer from this, and they suffer from this badly. They saw this poll come out yesterday, and oh my gosh, Democrats are, what? This can't be right. What's wrong? But ladies and gentlemen, do you not understand what you're up against? Because I don't think you do. I saw the outrage. I saw the outcry about it. This is what the Democrat Party is. George Washington was a man who helped put into place a government that is extremely limited. A federal government that is only allowed by the Constitution to do a few things. The rest of it was all supposed to go to the states. George Washington had several famous quotes about how dangerous government was. Government is fire. That's one of George Washington's amazing quotes. Dangerous, very, very dangerous, he saw government. George Washington, the system of government he put into place, the things George Washington believed is the antithesis of everything the modern Democrat Party stands for. And the reason people have such a hard time wrapping their minds around that on the right is because you don't want to acknowledge that you don't have a political opponent. You don't have a party that just, we're arguing over the same basic things. They just see things a little differently. That was JFK's Democrat Party, people. You could even say that was Bill Clinton's Democrat Party. The modern-day Democrat Party wants to rip this country up from the roots and burn it to the ground. I know that makes you uncomfortable. I know it does. I don't take any pleasure in saying it either. I wish we could just, we'll come together on a couple things and have a robust debate. People, we're $23 trillion in debt, and they're trying to rip out all the rich people and pass Medicare for all. They're trying to pass climate change legislation that would wipe the nation out. We have presidential candidates openly campaigning on sending law enforcement to your door and forcibly confiscating your weapons. These are not pie-in-the-sky things that you hear in some idiot college class anymore. This is mainstream. This is the modern Democrat Party. It is time to wake up. It is time to stop believing in Santa Claus if you're a Republican and start believing in the simple reality of it. You are facing an extreme problem. You are facing an extreme insurgency in your country. The Democrat Party is the anti-American insurgent party. You know what one question you could ask every single Democrat on stage at the next Democrat presidential debate and would make every single one of them squirm? You know what that question would be? Tell me what you love about America. Can you imagine them trying to answer that? Every single debate, every single candidate, it's, we stink because of this, and we stink, and this is unfair, and obviously that's unfair, and this is racist, and that's sexist, that's very misogynist. This is the evil, we'll eat the rich for sure. And look, we've always been a racist country, and obviously we've done this wrong. We're a terrible. Tell me what you love about America. They couldn't answer it because sadly, that is the very first tenet of the modern Democrat Party is you cannot love the United States of America. I've had this argument with people before, especially when I talk about all the things the left has invaded and infected. And they do this on purpose. You know, you can't watch a movie anymore without getting blasted in the face with new leftist crap. They even announced the new Star Wars film was going to have LGBT representation. Of course it is. Yeah. It's 2% of the population, but you have to get beat over the face with it all the time. You can't watch a football game anymore without having a new leftist cause. Oh, he's kneeling for the flag. Well, because America's racist. You can't go to school. You can't do anything without being beaten over the face with it. And you know the main response I get back from the left? I'm not making this up. You know what it is? How could you say that? You get beaten over the face with things on the right all the time. You turn on a football game and there's the military and cops there. Wait, what? The military? The flag? The Pledge of Allegiance, police officers are now only things people on the right support? Yeah. I'm sorry, but yeah. That's what they believe. Open your eyes. Welcome to the real world. Stop believing it's your dad's Democrat Party, it's your grandpa's Democrat Party, and live in the reality. It is important to understand the nature of what you're facing. Do you think cops are being videotaped, having water thrown on them, being spat on in New York City? You think suicides are going through the roof on the police force while Bill de Blasio craps on the police force every chance he gets? Do you think that's just an abnormality? You think the same stuff's happening in Portland, San Francisco, on all these major liberal cities, and you think it's just, well, it's just an anomaly. That's totally... Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the mainstream Democrat Party. I'm not even slightly surprised that 63% of Democrats think Barack Obama was a better president than George Washington. I'm only surprised the number isn't in the 90s.